Welcome to Podcast Sane Vision. In today's episode, we're diving into the inspiring story of Unstoppable, the new biopic about Anthony Robles, coming soon to Prime Video. Join us as we explore the journey of this incredible athlete and the star-studded cast that brings his story to life. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all our latest content. Enjoy the video.
Okay, so imagine this, right? You're born and you're missing a leg.
Whoa.
And most people be like, well, okay, athletics is off the table, but...
Yeah, right.
But then you decide, nope, I'm going to be a wrestler.
Oh, wow.
And not just any wrestler, I want to be a champion wrestler.
Ambitious. I like it.
That's Anthony Robles' story.
Yeah.
And that's what we're diving deep into today.
Awesome.
And we're going to be using a couple things. We're going to be looking at the upcoming film Unstoppable, which is going to be on Prime Video.
I've heard about this, yeah.
Yeah, it's got J-Lo and Don Cheadle and Bobby Cannavale. It's a pretty big cast.
That's a stacked cast.
It is. But, even more importantly than that,
Okay.
we're going to be looking at Robles' own autobiography.
Oh, cool. So we're getting the real deal, the behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Love that.
So, a lot of people know that, kind of overcoming adversity part of the story,
Right.
But what I think is really interesting is, how does he actually do it?
Yeah.
How does he take this, seemingly impossible thing and actually turn it into a strength?
Right. And that's what's fascinating to me. It's not just, he didn't just participate in wrestling, he excelled at it.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think this book is really going to help us dig into the nitty-gritty of how he adapted this sport to his body.
Yes, and that's what I'm excited to unpack today. So let's rewind all the way back to his early life. He loved wrestling from a young age, but wasn't this super magical
I can do anything.
I could do anything kind of moment.
Yeah.
He really struggled.
Oh yeah, the book talks about him struggling to find his balance and
Literally
and figuratively.
Yeah.
He had to re-engineer almost every single move.
Oh, I bet.
Turning, that disadvantage into a point of leverage, which is so interesting.
Right.
And socially, can you imagine being a kid with one leg on the wrestling mat?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He had to prove himself constantly.
I can't even imagine. Yeah. And so I think, you can really see how that shaped his determination and that incredible drive that he had.
Yeah, that grit, that perseverance, right?
Yeah.
That's key to achieving any long-term goal.
Right. And it carried him
Yeah.
all the way through high school, all the way to NCAA Division I.
Wow.
But it wasn't just like
a straight shot.
Yeah, it wasn't an overnight thing,
Oh, right.
It was years of training,
Yeah.
years of tweaking his techniques.
Oh, totally.
He even, I think, invented a move, right?
Oh, yeah. In the book, he talks about this one move. He called it the Robles roll.
The Robles roll.
Yeah, and it's almost like a breakdancing move that just threw opponents off.
That's amazing. So he's bringing in.
It's like he turned wrestling into its own form of martial art that was customized just for him.
Wow. Yeah.
That's that takes so much self-awareness,
Yeah.
Not just physical strength, but also really understanding your body and
Yeah, and how to adapt.
Adapting, exactly. Most athletes never have to rethink their sport at that fundamental of a level.
No, they don't. Wow. Okay, so we've got this guy.
Yeah.
Who's super determined. He's defied all these odds.
Mm-hmm.
He makes it to NCAA Division I.
Yep.
And then he gets rejected from Iowa Wrestling School.
Oh, that's got to be tough.
Yeah, which is arguably the most prestigious program.
The top tier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most people at that point would be okay, that's it.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But for Robles, it was fuel on the fire.
Rejection can just crush some people.
Yeah.
But for others, it's a challenge. It's it lights a fire under them.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, it's interesting. He talks about this rejection almost obsessively.
Really?
Yeah, he's visualizing beating Iowa wrestlers, using it to push his training even harder. It's almost like they created their own rival in his mind.
Yeah. They weren't even thinking about it, but he's I'm coming for you.
He's got that focus.
Yes.
He knows what he wants.
And then, the ultimate payoff.
Oh, yeah.
He wins the national championship.
No way.
Against an Iowa wrestler.
Shut up. Are you serious?
I'm serious. It's poetic justice.
That's amazing.
I know.
That is so cool. See, and that's why I love these stories, right?
Yeah.
Because it's more than just a feel-good story, you know what I mean? It forces you to rethink those assumptions we all have about physical ability.
Yeah.
You know, what are the impossible things that we're telling ourselves we can't do?
Right.
That's what I want people to take away from this.
I love that. Okay, so now we're taking this story.
Yeah.
And we are putting it on the big screen.
Oh, Hollywood.
Hollywood. Unstoppable.
I'm excited about this.
Me too. And we've got Cheryl Jerome, who's playing Robles.
Oh, he's a good actor.
He is. And then, I mean, the cast, it's stacked.
Yeah, you said it before. It's like
J-Lo, Don Cheadle,
Philo,
Bobby Cannavale.
big names.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
So I'm curious to see how they handle, like, the technical aspects of his wrestling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
A movie, I think, can capture the emotional beats really well.
Oh, yeah.
But I wonder if they can really show, like, how Robles actually changed wrestling.
Right.
Can they visually represent that? I'm curious.
Yeah, and, you know, I think that's, I mean, I've read some early reviews.
Okay, what do they say?
And people are praising Jerome's performance.
Good.
But some people are saying that the film feels a little bit formulaic.
Okay.
Like it didn't quite, you know.
Didn't quite get to those, like, deeper levels.
Yeah, it didn't quite dig deep enough, you know.
All right.
And I think that's where the book really comes in.
Exactly. I was just going to say, that's why I think it's so important to read the source material.
Yes.
Because the film might give you the broad strokes, but the book is where you really get Robles' voice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
His humor, his doubts.
Mm-hmm.
He even talks about almost quitting at one point.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and that kind of honesty, I feel like, is what's missing from a typical, like, inspirational movie.
Oh, totally, because they want to, you know,
They want to keep
keep it light, keep it...
upbeat.
Yeah.
Upbeat, yeah.
Life's not always upbeat.
No, it's not.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think for anyone listening,
Mm-hmm.
you know, this isn't just about wrestling, right?
Put it with the map.
This is about Robles' story.
Mm.
And it asks us, like, what limits are we accepting?
Ooh, good question.
Or even, like, imposing on ourselves, right?
What boxes are we putting ourselves in?
Yes. And so Unstoppable is coming soon to Prime Video.
Awesome.
But honestly, like, the book is the real deep dive.
Yeah.
So pick it up and, you know, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll find your own Robles role waiting to be discovered. Love that, love that. Everyone's got a Robles role inside of them somewhere.
I think so.
Just gotta find it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching our deep dive into Unstoppable. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. See you in the next video.